Hello, I'm Coach Heidi with Growth and Gains, and I have Emily Pay with me. So, Emily, tell us a little bit about yourself before we kind of dive in. Just tell us about who Emily Pay is. Who are you?
Emily Pay is. I am a mom, a wife. I work in the schools a whole lot with kids, like substitute teaching. I'm a drama teacher. I'm a writer. I'm an extremely active human being. I like to do a lot. Large projects are totally my thing, and doing big things out in the community. I'm a really big fan of that. So all of those things kind of, roll together to make me. Kind of, yes, I am. After I'd been working with you in your boot camps, like in your garage and stuff, like that was so good for my soul. And then I went back to work in the schools, and I had a full-time job teaching music to kids. And after that, I just did a whole lot of work in the schools, a lot of subbing and stuff that I was doing in there. And it took up a lot of my time and a lot of my emotional energy, and just strength and endurance just went downhill. I stopped working out. I would pack these lunches that I would say are super healthy, but then I was eating a lot of calories with just mindlessly shoving things into my mouth. And I'd stopped exercising, and I had gotten to a point where I'd injured an ankle. I thought that it was injured anyway. And I was just in a bad space. I could barely walk from my bed to my bathroom in the mornings. I'm holding on to stuff, trying to get where I need to go. And I was very frustrated. I put a lot of weight. Being the emotional person that I am, I did do a lot of emotional eating to make myself feel better. Or if I'm happy, I'm going to eat a whole bunch. If I'm go, let's eat some more and more and more. And it, generally speaking, was not good. I should say not nutritious food. So I was in a pretty bad spot, things weren't looking super bright for the future. They were looking very, am I going to spend the rest of my life just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and unable to move and in a lot of pain. And that's when, we started talking through social media. And then I was able to talk with you more about some of the programming and things that you had to offer to help me. And I remember saying, are you sure that you can help me with X, Y, and Z? And you were like, yes, I know I can. And I was like, okay, in my head, right? And fast forward, 6 months, however long ago, that maybe longer than that, later, that I've had a lot of healing over the past, 6 months or so, to the point where walking is not a big issue, and I can do the heavier, larger projects that I like to do because my body is allowing me to do that. So it's been awesome.
So glad to, again, just hear that testament and see that what we're doing, what we've implemented is working. Because I think that so often we let these life events just create a downward spiral. And I think that sometimes we think, when I hit this certain weight, my life will be perfect.
And that's been one of the biggest things. Even when you said you wanted to do an interview with me, at first I was like, I am not good enough for an interview. I haven't lost 60 pounds or 70 pounds. I have not done this program perfectly, but you said, oh my gosh, you are such a success story. You couldn't walk. And I couldn't walk a few months ago. And now I'm out in my garden. I'm building huge garden beds, which requires a ton of dirt, which requires a lot of digging and hauling and taking that from point A to point B. And it's a lot of work. And before I started working with you, it was over. I was not going to be able to do that stuff ever again. And it's all stuff that I enjoy, and it's all stuff that I love. I am more flexible than I was. I have more drive to do things than I was doing before. And I'm learning better how to balance everything. And it's been really nice, and how to prioritize myself and my health. One of my favorite things that you talk about is recovery. And so now when I go take a nice hot bubble bath at the end of a long day of working hard outside, there's zero guilt there. I'm recovering. And so it's wonderful. Like things like that just really help me to say, you know what, Emily needs to take care of Emily before she can take care of anybody else. And I don't do it to take care of other people, but caring for others is a huge benefit to caring for myself. I need to care for myself And everything else is a total benefit and blessing on top of that. So I'm super, super grateful.
If you could give someone who was in your same shoes, before you started the program, they're afraid, they don't know if this is going to work for them. They hear me say I can help them, but they're maybe kind of skeptical. What advice do you have for them?
In life, I think that we are afraid of things that we do not know. And what's nice about what you have to offer is you can start out with like the 21-day program and see, gosh, does this work for me? And then you can watch how it works for you. And then you can keep going.
Thank you for, again, your trust in me and the program and all of our coaches. And let's keep growing.
Absolutely. And thank you for being you and for just having this available. I think it is life-changing, and I think it's going to make a huge difference for many, many, many people.
Thank you. Woo! Peace.
Peace, love, game.